Hello, my name is Randy Johnson, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about marketing your book. This is the first video in a series of videos on marketing your book. And I wanted to start off by doing just a general overview of marketing, what it is, and maybe a way to think about it. A lot of times people think marketing and sales are synonymous, and they're really not. Marketing is the presentation of your brand or your product. Some of you out there have many books, some of you only have one. If you only have one book, then and that's all you plan on writing, well, then this can be a little bit simpler process. But for those of you who have a career in writing or plan on writing several books or may indeed write more, you want to build a foundation in your marketing practice that gets you where you want to go. You want to build an identity. The reason you want to do this work up front and getting good branding, good identity, is because once that foundation is built, you can float a lot of products down that same marketing plan. And once your brand is identified as one that has quality, you begin to see a domino effect and things starting to pile up where things will build on things, and that's how a brand is born. So you want to pay attention to how you start building this platform. A lot of people spend a lot of time doing a lot of activities under the covering of marketing. What we want to do in this series of videos is to not waste a lot of time with a lot of activity, but we want to build a marketing plan that will be executed in a way that is streamlined so you're only working on things that pay a dividend. Just want to mention a couple other things in this opening video. And the next thing I'd like to talk a little bit about is, when do you start marketing? Well, you certainly start thinking about it as early as possible. Ideally, a marketing plan is built right along as the book begins to be written, because before you can do a good marketing plan, you have to identify the market you're serving. And before you actually produce a product for that market, you need to know who it is that you're trying to serve. So a lot of times people write a book because it's kind of in them and they have to get it out. And that's fine, and then they look for a market afterwards, and that's fine too if they can find it. But I've seen plenty of books that have come across my desk. There's been over 200 books that have come across my desk for publication, and sometimes there really is not a well-defined market. You can write a book that's so broad that in order to reach the masses with it, you'd have to spend millions of dollars on marketing. Well, for most of us, that's not possible. So as you begin the process of writing, if you've already written a book, there's not much you can do now, and we just need to hope we can find the market for you. But really, once you've identified your market, then you can start planning on how you can reach that market. And until you have that formulated, you might want to rethink the book you're writing. A lot of times, just a minor adjustment in the book you're writing and how you approach your book will make a vast impact on the success of sales. And sometimes it's just a little bit of directional change, a little more emphasis in certain areas, and you're reaching a much broader market, and your results and your returns will be much greater. The other thing you want to think about when you're doing marketing, and some of the things involved with marketing are making things that you're going to hand out, whether business cards, brochures, bookmarks with your branding on it, or maybe you're just going to present yourself at a book signing and you have to make a sign for that. You want to, because you're going to be building on this brand, you want to make sure everything is done with very high quality, because once you make a statement and you make a statement with a certain level of quality, that's going to be kind of glued to you until you somehow erase that or fix that if you've come across in a tacky or other than quality way. So quality counts. So I want you keep that in mind as you begin to put pieces together of the puzzle of building your marketing plan. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to close this video and prepare a series of videos to give you very specific things to do in building this marketing platform.